Okay, so the CTAN and NNQF have called for this press conference because we received a letter from the Higher and Technical Education Department from the Nagaland Civil Secretariat. Now, we wanted to talk about this notification as well as the forestry recruitment issue. So I will just highlight the points under this letter. Now, in this letter, notification dated 2nd July 2025, they have informed us that 34 assistant professor posts have been requisitioned for advertisement. Then, they've also talked about how the 147 assistant professor posts have become null and void. Then there is also the mention of new post creation of 129 posts. Now, all of this will be dealt with in detail. I want to first emphasize on the 34 assistant professor posts that have been requisitioned. Now, they have mentioned that 34 assistant professor posts from humanities, commerce, and science have been requisitioned. But there are no details regarding the distribution of the subjects. We don't know which subjects are going to be requisitioned. We don't know which subjects are reserved for the PWDs and the BTs. And we also don't know, and we want to ask this question, if these are new post creation or if these are other types of vacancies. We had asked to meet them, but they said they could not meet us, so we would like to throw out these questions. So first, with regard to the 34 assistant professor posts that have been requisitioned, we wanted to know which subjects are going to be requisitioned, the distribution of the subjects, as well as the nature of the posts, if these are newly created posts or some kind of other vacancies. Then they've also mentioned that the 147 assistant professor posts have become null and void. So we also wanted to ask the department, so what happens to this 147? They've mentioned it's null and void, so what happens to them? That's the question we also wanted to ask. Then regarding the 129 posts, Kageto will fill us in.
Regarding this 129 posts, I would like to give a brief status and then some queries about this 129 new creation status. Earlier, the government denied to give this 129 new creation to us, but from our RTI, prior to this July 2 government new proposal notification, we have received an RTI regarding 129 posts, and then which have been clearance on 2023. So from this 129 new creation posts, there are 4 sections. As per the RTI we have received, for arts and commerce stream, there are 31 vacancies, 31 assistant professors. For science stream, 69. For newly established college, Mongkalemba Arts, 11 posts. For newly established college at Wangchin, Science, 18. So this is the government proposal, earlier proposal that they have been already created 129 posts. But now the government have again come up with a new notification. They have sent a proposal for this manpower rationalization committee for proposal for creations of 129 new posts of assistant professor under higher education. So here they have mentioned 7 sets of post creation. So we just want to ask the government, what are this set of section, whether they have followed or whether they comply with this earlier 129 posts, that same set of rules have been followed or not, because they didn't give any clearance or any details from this newly regulated this rationalization post. So from our side, we just want to demand the government to approve this proposal at the earliest for the convenience of the aspirants, since we have fight enough and then we have struggled enough. So it's a high time for the government to look up these grievances and take a necessary action at the earliest. That is our demand, and that is our appeal to the governments of Nagaland. Yeah.
I just want to add to the 129 posts. The information that has been shared is from the RTI that we have filed. So they have informed us that 129 assistant professor post is in the process of creation, but we don't have any details about it. So we want to know, which subjects are being requisitioned. We also want to know if the librarian posts are included there or not, because many subjects have not been advertised for a long time. So we're also demanding for, say, a public display of all the 129 posts.
We gave an ultimatum on 9th of July 2025, and the last date of the ultimatum was 12th of July. We gave an ultimatum requesting them to send the requisite post to NPSC. So on 11th of July, we got a reply from the department saying that they have requisitioned 34 posts, which the copy we have already received. And again, my two friends have already said, see, they also mentioned that they are proposing for the post creation of 129. So in order to be very clear with what is happening regarding this 147, we wrote a letter to the HOD, to the ex-officio. In our letter, we just requested them whether we can have a sitting together with the HPC or with the department to really get clarification regarding this. But we got a reply yesterday saying that they won't be able to meet us. So in this regard, see, what we want to request them is, since 34 is already sent to NPSC and 129 is post creation is under process. So what I want to request the HPC, the Manpower Rationalizing Committee to expedite this process. So ni si moi kulimun takado mala side pa do clear aside ko adisna ultimatum dije to ultimatum dina 12 tok to reply na disi do man action lo itu thaije to nam huliwe date 11 day reply paise 34 posts jaisi buna. That's why we did not go for any further agitation also. Huliwe ita 29 post to under process ase ko to moi 129 ya to 129 post to post creation garne under process ase ko to moi itu committee hangi request ko mon thakado students kange aro bishi dictar na dijana at the earliest post creation kuri aro to post creation kuredo it should be sent to MPSC. And from our side we want to be very clear that even if the department and the government is not willing to sit and talk with us, don't think that we have left. When is na 129 to NPSC din na job talk to restless it we want to make a very clear message to the government. This is regarding the higher education. Now I want to talk a little bit about the recent forest guard examination also. So tade see when ekta question department gi hudi uli mon thakado amane I want to ask the government, since we don't trust the departmental exam, we demanded for NSSB, and now it is already being implemented. NSSB conduct exam, and that's how people are recruited. Huli, why are the department like forest, excise, and police? Why this post does not fall under the purview of NSSB? First question to that. Aro, say example like I also want to question them. See, example like ranger la post condition it goes to NPSC. That I don't deny. Only when it comes to driver la post, LDA come computer assistant, stenographer la vacancy, aso do forest department. So how do they recruit those posts? Tan ito ang kina recruitment gure mo ito bi jani ulim because my Google din search ko actually forest guard la only forest department la advertisement do pahi na pai na prior to this forest guard la do pahi na pai ito bi tan kiman sal extend guna this year conduct kure na. So ito question mo hudi ulim mon taka tangi aro tan kina kure ito vacancy and ina na rakhi no le contract la backdoor la chance hai jo today mo department gi ulim mon taka do departmental exam gure gule fat advertise kuri nohole NSSB de pathai gule NSSB de pathai. Example stenographer grade 3 duita ase, driver charta ase, LDA kam computer assistant 18 ase, aro forester 1 do 26 post ase forester 1. To forester 1 mane duita stars do. Aro tahal service rule hisapte forester one me direct recruitment pare. So it to be advertised to me, I want to tell them. Aro the other day I made an appeal to the one of the high-ranking officials in forest department. There are 11 more vacancies as of now of this forest guard. Nah. So why not you include this as addendum? 154 post 8 kuridivi 11 though. I requested. I don't know whether they took it seriously or not. Will we 11 though vacancy say another 11 is going to be vacated in the next few months. By December though, 11 retire. So why I'm saying this is forest department see the reason that the official gave me is next advertisement dihi kuro ito 11 vacancy ando. We never know when will the vacancy come up again. So I'm requesting the department to add all those 11 do aro clear say 11 do aro be by December to 11 June aro retire hule se mane what I'm trying to say is forester 2 forester 1 can retire hule se to forest guard to promotion पाउ to na senior gun that's why vacancy create हुआ से तो इतु गाडे मैं के को department के इतु request calling मना से हुआ और at the same time see lots of rumors newly doubt are going around itu paper leak हुशे कना की ना so will we in one of the interview with the officials by one of our media friends na tai kutha kwatam de tai were clearly so for clarification if you want to see your marks write in RTI na so I want to make an appeal to all the aspirants if you are doubtful write an RTI I don't need your mark to send if there is some problem see 23,000 is not a joke if there is a mane backdoor only recommendation don't give chance to those people. Why I'm talking based on the reply given by the department official. RTI DV marks clearly winners. So based on that, if you are doubtful, RTI likhibi aro kiba ekta problem public is always there to support your cause. It will yeah.
This is further you are not going to agitate, you are just making an appeal to the government.
Agitation, practically population, agitation it's not a job na. Mala physical भी पूरा खत्म हो जाएगा इतने भी recover होना है तो लादो तो really condition at least they have done something no na requisition alok to pathay na so we cannot be very stingy also.
But in comparison to the 147 posts, 34 is very less, no? If
Yeah.
they created 147 for the need, then why just 34? That is the question again, no? So we're not saying that we will not agitate or
Yeah.
that we will agitate also. If the need arises, we don't know, maybe, based on what will happen. The
See, in short, we have
developments.
some strategies in our mind, but that cannot be shared now. We already have our backup plan now. What to do if they don't reply in time? Only that cannot be made public now. It is.
And apart from the agitation, we have been doing a lot of poster campaign and video campaign on the social media platform. So yeah, those are some of the things that we're doing right now.
So, sir, like you mentioned that you have demanded for that 1 billion kind of position. So, have you given them any stipulated time or by this time you have to do so and so?
No, see,
Or
Made, we wanted to be very clear, so we wrote a letter requesting the department and the government to at least have a sitting with us because there are a lot of doubts, like she's mentioning na. They did not agree na. Kali mga ko na naparo na usido. So more than that, mangi ko paro na. Tam power day say now man jupuristi jana meeting group ko naparo.
so, sir, if your demands are not fulfilled, then so how far are you willing to go?
Ay, see, man kyo ekta kurisi charule no kurisi tu ese last step jaule ese tu. Uli kwanishna post creation pat kuru NBC pat pathawi tu lai ese putado.
And then the 129 that you're mentioning, they've just told us that it's in process of requisition. So we can also say we'll also have to wait for them for a while. But the question here is they've mentioned 7 sets, no? So what are those? Are those categories? How many subjects are there, right? Because in the 147, subjects like sociology, history, economics, this had a lot of seats, a lot of posts. No? So are they putting more focus on those subjects that are required? That's something that we want to know right now. That requisition can take its process, but if they can display the information to us, the distribution of the subjects, if the librarian post is also included or not, those are the things that we want to know right
Yeah,
now.
see, actually, 147 though, tadi librarian la post bhi thakisi tinta na, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe this time la de do librarian la nai do. It only those things to clear na hoga. Ever bhiu hoga bhi they didn't agree what to do na.